My baby brother sent a text message on Thursday evening. Stay home this weekend. My new bride thinks you smell bad and will ruin everything. Mom and Dad clicked the laughing faces over and over like it was the funniest joke ever. I typed back just 2 letters.
Okay.
My name is River Chin, and I'm 33 years old. I run the money department at Cascade Technologies in Portland, Oregon. We make special computer chips that go in phones and cars. My family still believes I'm this strange big sister who just plays with computers and probably can't pay her bills. I turned my phone upside down and kept working on papers that could buy 10 houses like the one Mom and Dad live in. When someone tells me to go away, I don't cry. I don't argue. I just wait and watch what happens next. If someone ever made you feel small and unimportant, click that thumbs up right now and hit the red button below.
Turn on the bell too.
You need to see what happened the very next day when she yelled so loud that everyone on my floor stopped working. Friday morning at exactly 9 o'clock and 12 seconds. My helper Jenny spoke through the phone on my desk. River, there's a lady downstairs who keeps saying she must talk to someone about giving her money for her new company. She won't say her name and says it's super important. Her husband is standing next to her. I told Jenny to let them come upstairs. The big glass doors opened exactly 1 minute and 48 seconds after that. Skylar walked in first, wearing a bright pink dress and big sunglasses on top of her head like a movie star. Finn walked behind her with his hands in his jacket pockets, looking at the ground. They both stopped moving the second they saw me sitting at my big wooden desk. Skylar's sunglasses fell off her head and made a loud crack sound when they hit the shiny floor. River. She said my name like she couldn't breathe. Her eyes looked at my face, then at the gold name sign on my desk, then at the huge Cascade Technologies logo covering the wall behind me. You work at this place. Finn's mouth opened wide. He looked like someone had pushed him really hard. This is where you sit every day? He said quietly. I stayed in my chair with my hands resting flat on the desk and my voice stayed calm. Chief Financial Officer. Why are you two here? Skylar got better fast. The shocked look on her face changed into the biggest, fakest smile I ever saw. She walked quickly toward me and dropped a thick, shiny book of pictures and words right in front of me like she had practiced it. Oh wow, this is so perfect, she said in a high voice while clapping her hands together with red painted nails. I'm collecting money for my health testing company called Fast Check Medical. We test people's blood super fast. Total game changer. We need $3 million to get government permission. You work with this stuff. You can give us the money right now. Finn finally started talking and nodded his head up and down really fast.
Yeah, sis.
It's the easiest decision ever. Family helps family, right? I didn't touch the shiny book.
You came to my job.
No appointment on the Friday before a long weekend to ask for $3 million. Skylar's smile didn't even change a tiny bit. Exactly. Family is everything, River. I looked right into her eyes without blinking.
No.
The smile disappeared from her face like someone turned off a light switch. What do you mean no? Her voice got really high and squeaky. You're seriously saying no to your own baby brother? Finn stepped closer next to her. River, come on. This will change our whole lives forever. I said the same word again, but slower this time.
Leave. Right. Now.
The big open room outside my glass walls got completely quiet. Every person working at a computer within 50 steps suddenly found their second screen really interesting. Skylar's face turned the exact same color as her pink dress. Are you serious right now? She shouted. You sit up here in your fancy corner room making tons of money, and you won't help your own brother? She turned around so everyone in the big room could hear her. This is exactly why nobody likes you. You're jealous that Finn finally has someone who really loves him, and all you have is this cold, sad job. The security guards were already walking toward us. 2 big men in black shirts showed up at my door before I even pressed the button. Ma'am, you need to be quiet and leave this building, the taller guard said. Skylar spun around to face him. Do you even know who she is? That's her brother. Finn grabbed her arm. Skylar, we should just go. She pulled her arm away hard. No, she doesn't get to treat us like trash. The guards moved closer. One guard was already holding the elevator door open. Finn looked back at me one more time with big sad eyes. "You're really choosing this job over us," he said quietly as the guards pulled Skylar into the hallway. She was still yelling about calling lawyers, and you'll be so sorry when the doors close shut. Jenny walked in after all the noise went away down the elevator shaft. "Your brother's wife is a really special kind of person," she said with a weird smile. I opened the shiny book just long enough to see the front page. Skylar Morrison, CEO and founder. Finn's name wasn't written anywhere. I pushed the whole thing into the paper shredder machine and watched it turn into tiny strips. My phone started shaking and buzzing on my desk before the elevator even got to the parking lot. The first call from Finn came before I could even pour my coffee. I didn't answer. He called again, then a third time, fourth time. On the fifth call, I pressed the green button. "What do you want, Finn?" His voice sounded angry and like he was about to cry at the same time. "Do you know how embarrassed Skylar feels right now? She's sitting in the car crying so hard because of what you did." I stayed quiet and waited for him to keep talking. "You couldn't even give us 5 minutes. He kept going. "You had to call those security guards like we're garbage people in front of everyone who works for you." I still said nothing. "You have no heart, River. You never did." I took a slow drink of my coffee. "Anything else you want to say?" He hung up the phone. 10 minutes later, the text messages started appearing. "Finn, you just destroyed our whole future." "Finn, Skylar can't stop crying since we left." "Finn, hope that big office keeps you company at night." I turned off the sound from that conversation and opened my bank app on my phone instead. That's when the notification popped up at the top of my screen. Pre-approved alert for $620,000. Personal loan. Co-signer River Chen. Main borrower Finn Chen. Second borrower Skylar Morrison Chen. They had filled out the form at 3:42 in the morning using my social security number, old payment papers I had left at Mom's house a long time ago, my exact salary from public company reports, and my real home address. The bank computer had already said yes to it while waiting for the final check. I called Marcus, the person who helps me at Pacific Bank. "Marcus, there's a $620 loan in my name at the downtown branch."
Stop it right now.
He canceled it immediately. "Co-signer shows as you. You want hard no and fraud warning?" "Hard no, fraud warning, and freeze any new requests with my information for the next 90 days.
Done.
You'll get an email confirmation in 3 minutes." The email arrived at exactly 10:02 in the morning. Status: permanently canceled. Reason: co-signer said no and possible identity theft. I sent the PDF file to Finn. I didn't write anything else. He called right away. I pressed decline. He called again.
Decline.
Then Skylar's number lit up my phone screen. I answered this time. "You think you're so smart, don't you?" she said in a mean voice, blocking our loan like a baby. "You used my name without asking me. That's called stealing. It's called family helping family. You clearly don't know anything about that. You signed my name on legal papers without my permission. Oh, please. You make millions. 620,000 is like pocket change to you. I can spot stealing just fine." She laughed in a cold, mean way. "Keep acting like the sad victim. I'm telling Mom and Dad exactly what kind of selfish, greedy daughter they raised. By the time I'm done, you won't be welcome at any family party ever again for the rest of your life." "Go ahead and do it," I said. "Start by telling them how you tried to steal over $500,000 using my name." 3 full seconds of complete silence. "You'll be sorry for this," she said in an angry whisper. "I promise." She ended the call. I put my phone down and looked out the window at the city of Portland. At 10:23, the family group chat exploded with messages. "Mom, River, did you really embarrass your brother and Skylar at your work? Mom, this is not how we taught you to behave. Finn, she called security guards on us, everyone over money." I left every message showing the little red marks, but never replied. By lunchtime, Skylar had posted a long crying video on Instagram about toxic family members who only care about money and job titles, complete with a shaky video of the Cascade building and words about being hurt by blood relatives. She tagged the company account. Jenny took a screenshot and sent it to our legal team within 25 seconds. I told legal to wait for now and not do anything yet. At 12:38 in the afternoon, another Pacific Bank alert dinged on my phone. New joint credit card request submitted. My name and Finn's name. Requested limit $75,000. I called Marcus again. He canceled it before the computer even finished checking it. I spent the next hour pulling full reports from all 3 credit companies, putting 7-year fraud warnings on everything, freezing my credit at every place, and telling every bank I've ever used that any request without me calling them directly to say yes should be stopped immediately. When I finished, I leaned back in my chair and stared at the ceiling tiles.
They weren't going to stop asking.
That was perfectly clear now. A big yellow envelope showed up outside my apartment door that same night. No return address, no delivery company sticker, just my name typed in regular letters. I carried it inside, put it on the kitchen counter, and cut it open with a sharp knife. 38 pages slid out held together by a single silver clip. The front page said Private Investigation Report. Subject: Skylar Morrison. Made for anonymous client. Date: May 21st. Dad's handwriting jumped out at me before I flipped to another page. I pulled the small note free first. It was written on the back of an old electric bill in shaky blue pen. I've had a bad feeling for a long time, but didn't know how to say anything. If you can fix this, please do. I'm sorry, Dad. I sat down and started reading from the beginning. Page 1 summary. Skylar Morrison, age 29, married Finn Chen, November 2023. Previous marriage, Garrett Thompson, 2020 to 2021. Ended after Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing. Pages 2 through 11. Court papers from Garrett Thompson's bankruptcy. Skylar had talked him into maxing out 6 credit cards for supplies for a makeup company that never started. Total debt, $187,000. Garrett lost his condo in Seattle, his motorcycle, and his credit score dropped to 465. Skylar walked away with a deal that paid her lawyer fees and left him with all the debt. Pages 12 through 19, current credit report pulled 2 days ago. Skylar personally owes $201,000 across 14 cards, all completely maxed out. Interest charges alone cost her $2,800 every month. Pages 20 through 32, brand new personal loans opened in the last 4 months, all in Finn's name only. Total borrowed, $168,000. Purpose written on each form, business equipment and home repairs. No equipment bought. No repairs done. Bank statements show the money moved to Skylar's personal account the same day it appeared. Pages 28 through 34, screenshots of text messages between Skylar and someone at a bank. She used Finn's phone to send messages when he was at his mechanic job. One conversation stood out really clearly. Skylar, just tell them my husband makes $135,000 at the car shop. They won't even check. Bank person, approved. Pages 35 to 38. Social media deep research. Private Instagram stories showing off about upcoming huge investment money. Photos in front of houses she doesn't own. Captions about building an empire. Every single post hidden from Finn's account, so he couldn't see. I read the entire thing 2 times. Dad must have paid the investigator right after the wedding. 6 months of watching, paying, waiting. 6 months of pretending everything was normal at Sunday dinners while Skylar smiled from across the table. I flipped back to Dad's note and read it one more time. The handwriting got shakier toward the end, like he wrote it really fast before he changed his mind. My phone stayed completely silent for the rest of the night. No more calls from Finn. No more mean messages from Skylar. The group chat had gone totally quiet too, probably because Mom and Dad were trying to figure out what story to believe. I poured a glass of grape juice, sat on my couch, and opened my laptop computer. First, I sent an email to Garrett Thompson. The investigator had put his current contact information in the report. Subject line: Skylar Morrison. I have the complete report. I know what she did to you. I need 5 minutes to talk tomorrow evening.
Tell me your price.
He replied in 4 minutes. No money needed. Just tell me when and where. Next, I looked up the property records for the house Finn and Skylar live in on Forest Glen Road. 3 bedrooms, built 2019. The deed still shows only my name. I bought it 5 years ago so Finn wouldn't worry about paying rent while he figured out what job he wanted. Title never changed to his name. Mortgage loan in my name only. Monthly payment automatically taken from my bank account. I opened the mortgage website and turned off automatic payment. Then I scheduled an email to my real estate lawyer for Monday morning. Subject: begin official letter to move out. 30 days. I closed the laptop, picked up Dad's note again, and rubbed my thumb across the ink. He hadn't asked me to fix anything. He hadn't begged. He just handed me the truth and trusted I would know what to do with it. For the first time all day, I felt something close to peaceful.
Tomorrow was Saturday.
The barbecue was still 24 hours away, and I already knew exactly how this would finish. Saturday evening at exactly 5 o'clock. My black car pulled into the driveway of the Forest Glen house. I left the engine running and the lights on. Garrett Thompson stepped out of the passenger seat. Tall, quiet, carrying a thin brown folder. He had flown into Portland Airport 3 hours earlier on the last plane from Seattle. I paid for the ticket. He still said no to taking any cash. Finn opened the front door before we got to the steps. "River, what are you doing here?" I walked straight past him into the front room. Skylar was on the gray couch in sweatpants and a big sweatshirt, phone in her hand, scrolling through pictures. She looked up, and her whole body froze. Garrett followed me in and closed the door behind him. Skylar's face turned white like paper. "Garrett." The name came out like a whisper. He didn't smile back at her.
"Hey, Skylar."
Finn looked back and forth between all of us, confused. "Who is this guy?" I answered for him. "Garrett Thompson. Skylar's first husband." Skylar jumped off the couch. "What is this? Some kind of trap?"
"Sit back down," I said.
She didn't move. Finn sat down though. Garrett put the folder on the coffee table and opened it. Court-stamped bankruptcy papers from 2021. 6 Max credit cards. A condo taken by the bank in Seattle. His signature next to hers on every page. He pulled out his phone, opened a screenshot folder, and laid the phone face up on the table. Text messages from Skylar to him from 3 years ago. "Sign the new cards, honey. It's just temporary. Once the business gets going, we'll pay everything back. I promise. Stop worrying so much. The bank won't even notice." Finn stared at the screen like it was written in a language he couldn't understand. Skylar found her voice again. "That was a long time ago. I was young. I made mistakes. You drained every penny from him." I interrupted. "Then you found the next person to use." Finn finally looked at her with wide eyes. "Skylar." She turned toward him with fire in her eyes. "She's lying. She's trying to destroy us because she's jealous." Garrett spoke for the first time, voice soft and low. "I lost everything. Condo, credit score, savings. She told me the exact same story she's telling you right now. Word for word." Skylar reached for the phone fast. Garrett pulled it back. I reached into my bag and placed a single paper on top of the bankruptcy documents. The deed to the house we were all standing inside. Recorded 2020. Owner, River Chin. Single name only. No mortgage in Finn's name. No co-signers anywhere. Finn read the first line, and his face turned pale white. I kept my voice steady and calm. "I bought this place 5 years ago so you wouldn't have to stress about rent while you figured out your career path. Title never changed to your name. Mortgage is in my name only. Insurance too." Skylar laughed high and desperate sounding. "You're bluffing. You would never kick your own brother out onto the street." "I already turned off automatic payment on the mortgage this morning," I said. "And I've taken my name off every account, loan, and form you've touched." Finn stood up really slowly. "River, you can't do this."
"I can.
"And I am. All money help ends tonight. The house belongs to me. You have 30 days to move out." Skylar stepped toward me, with her finger pointed at my face. "You evil witch, you think you can just Garrett moved between us quickly. Don't." She stopped, breathing hard through her nose. Finn's voice cracked and broke. "You're destroying my marriage. You're destroying my whole life."
"No," I said.
She did that the day she decided to use you the same way she used him. Skylar's eyes filled up with tears. Real or fake? Impossible to know for sure. Finn, baby, don't listen to them. Finn looked at her, then down at the deed, then at Garrett's bankruptcy papers still spread across the coffee table. He didn't say a single word. I picked up my car keys from my pocket. 30 days starts right now tonight. Garrett followed me to the door. As I stepped outside onto the porch, I heard Skylar scream really loud, "This isn't over." Finn's voice, smaller than I'd ever heard it sound. "Skylar, is any of this actually true?" The door closed behind us. I dropped Garrett at his hotel, thanked him for coming, and drove home without saying anything. My phone stayed dark and quiet the entire drive back. Finn started calling at 11:32 on Saturday night and didn't stop until morning came. 64 missed calls. 247 text messages. Finn. River, please pick up. Finn. I'm begging you here. Finn. She's throwing all her clothes in bags. Finn. You're literally making us homeless. Finn. I'm sorry, okay? I'm really sorry. Finn. You're my only sister in the world. Finn. Don't do this to Mom and Dad. I never once pressed the green answer button. Phone stayed face down on my nightstand, screen lighting up the ceiling every 30 seconds like a quiet alarm. Sunday morning, I walked into the office at 7:54 in the morning, opened my laptop, and pressed send on the email my lawyer had written over the weekend. To Finn Chun, Skylar Morrison Chun. From River Chun through Anderson Legal Group. Subject: official end of all financial help and 30-day notice to leave. For clean pages. Section 1. Every dollar of direct and indirect help ends right now, effective immediately. Section 2. The home at 847 Forest Glen Road, Portland, Oregon, 97229 is titled only to River Chun. Permission to live there is now canceled. Section 3. You are given 30 calendar days from receiving this to remove all personal belongings. Day 31 starts official removal process. Section 4. Any damage, removal of attached items, or attempt to place claims will result in immediate civil and criminal action. Sent at 8:09 in the morning. Read receipt from both email addresses at 8:11 in the morning. Skylar replied to my work email at 8:26. Subject: Ari official end of all financial help and 30-day notice to leave. Nice try with the scary letter. This is the saddest bluff I've ever seen in my life. You don't have the backbone to throw your baby brother onto the street with nowhere to go. See you at the barbecue tomorrow. Can't wait to watch you try to explain this tantrum to your parents. I forwarded her reply to my lawyer with one sentence. Move forward without any more delay. At 8:59 in the morning, Pacific Bank's fraud team emailed Finn and Skylar directly with me copied. Subject: pre-lawsuit demand. Fraudulent loan application PB 202578891. Amount fraudulently attempted, $620,000. Demand repayment of processing fees, investigation costs, and legal damages totaling $14,200 within 90 days. Failure to pay will result in civil lawsuit filed in Multnomah County Circuit Court and referral to the Oregon Attorney General for felony identity theft charges. I forwarded that email straight to Skylar. No message, no smiley face, just the forward button. She responded in 6 seconds. Skylar, you went to the bank. You're completely insane. Skylar, Finn is having a total meltdown right now. Skylar, you're dead to both of us forever. Finn started calling again at 9:17 in the morning. I declined every single one. By noon, the family group chat had turned into a complete war. Mom, River, what on earth is this lawyer email about? Mom, you cannot put your brother on the street like trash. Dad, call me right now immediately. Finn, she's trying to make us homeless right before the holiday. Uncle Ray, this is not proper family behavior. I muted the chat and flipped my phone to do not disturb mode. At 2:03 in the afternoon, my lawyer confirmed the 30-day notice had been hand-delivered by licensed official server. Skylar signed for it at 1:47 in the afternoon while giving the camera her middle finger. At 3:58 in the afternoon, the mortgage company confirmed automatic payment permanently canceled. Account now needs manual approval for any transaction. At 6:14 in the evening, Skylar created a brand new group chat titled Emergency Family Meeting and added me, Finn, Mom, Dad, 2 uncles, and 4 cousins. Skylar, everyone needs to see what River is doing to her own blood family. Attached, lawyer letter plus Pacific Bank demand PDF files. Mom, River, this has gone way too far now. Dad, we're having a talk tomorrow whether you want to or not. Finn, she's killing us slowly. I left that chat without typing a word. At 8:37 in the evening, the building lobby guard buzzed my apartment. Miss Chun, a Mr. Finn Chun is downstairs in the lobby. Says it's life or death emergency. Tell him I'm not here and not available. Security camera video showed Finn walking in circles in the lobby for 19 minutes pulling at his hair before he finally walked out into the rain. By midnight, my phone showed 314 new messages and 83 missed calls. I didn't open even one. Tomorrow was Memorial Day. The barbecue is still planned for 1 o'clock, and I already knew exactly what I would put on the picnic table for everyone to see. Memorial Day, 12:53 in the afternoon. I pulled into Mom and Dad's driveway in Beaverton one final time. The backyard already smelled like smoke and chicken cooking. Rock music floated over the wooden fence. Aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, everyone laughing with plastic cups in their hands. Skylar stood next to Dad at the big silver grill wearing a yellow sundress and straw hat, flipping hot dogs like she'd been part of the family forever. Mom saw me first. Her smile got smaller for half a second, then she made it bigger and waved her hand. River, you actually came. I walked straight through the gate, across the grass, and stopped at the long picnic table covered in blue checkered cloth. Nobody noticed the thick yellow folder in my hand until I set it down with a heavy sound right between the corn on the cob and the watermelon slices. Silence spread like spilled soda. I opened the folder and spread the papers in a perfect row. First, the original deed to the Forest Glen house, my name only, recorded 2020. Second, the 30-day notice to move out, signed for by Skylar yesterday. Third, the mortgage statement showing missed payment and speed-up clause now active. Fourth, Pacific Bank's pre-closure notice dated this morning. Fifth, Garrett Thompson's 2021 Chapter 7 bankruptcy discharge. Every page stamped with Skylar's signature next to his. Finn dropped his paper plate. Coleslaw splattered all across the concrete patio. Mom's hand flew up to cover her mouth. Dad's metal tongs froze in midair. Skylar laughed nervous and really loud. What is this supposed to be, some kind of sick joke? Finn stumbled forward and fell down on his knees right in front of me, voice breaking apart. River, please. I'll make it right. I'll leave her. I'll do whatever you want. Don't do this in front of the whole family. I looked down at him kneeling there. You had 30 days. You chose to spend them lying to everyone. Skylar stepped closer with red cheeks under the straw hat. You're doing this here during a holiday? You're sick in the head. Mom finally found her voice to speak. River, sweetheart, we can talk about this inside the house privately.
No, I said.
Everyone deserves to see exactly who they've been defending and protecting. Dad stared at the bankruptcy papers like they were covered in blood. Skylar, is this real and true? She rolled her eyes dramatically. That was years and years ago.
People grow and change.
Finn was crying now with his hands holding onto my jeans. I didn't know the full story. I swear I didn't know. I love her so much. Please, River, I'm begging. I stepped backward, so his fingers slipped off the fabric of my pants. Skylar kept talking louder. You're just jealous because nobody wants to be with you. You're all alone with your money and your big fancy job, and you hate that we're actually happy together. The ants made gasping sounds. Someone turned off the rock music. I looked at Mom, then at Dad, then at every single face that had taken Skylar's side for the last 6 months. 30 days, I said clearly. After that, the bank takes the house back. The loans in Finn's name are his problem to deal with now. I'm completely done paying for lies. Finn sobbed even louder. You're my sister, my blood. You stopped being my brother the day you let her use my name to steal from me. Skylar lunged forward like she was going to grab all the papers off the table. Dad caught her wrist without even thinking about it. Mom's eyes filled up with tears that started rolling down. River, please don't leave like this. Not today. I closed the empty folder and held it against my chest.
I already left, I said.
Today was just the goodbye you forced me to deliver in front of everyone in person. I turned around and walked back through the yard toward my car. Nobody moved from where they stood. Nobody called my name. The only sound was Finn crying into the grass and the sizzle of meat burning black on the grill. I got in my car, backed out of the driveway, and drove away without looking in the mirror even once. 3 months later, the bank took the house back. A shiny new lock gleamed on the front door. The foreclosure sale happened on a Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. I didn't go watch. The bank trustee emailed me the final paperwork at 10:52 in the morning. Property returned to lender. Remaining balance erased because I never signed as borrower. Clean break and done. Skylar got hit with 4 separate civil lawsuits the same week. Pacific Bank for the fake loan fees. 3 credit card companies for the balances she had run up in Finn's name once I locked everything down tight. Total judgments, $178,000 and still counting up. Her wages, if she ever finds a job anywhere, are already being taken for the next 18 years. Finn's credit score crashed down to 495. The auto shop he worked at ran a routine background check after 8 months of working there and fired him the very next day. No one in the Portland area will hire a mechanic with that kind of red warning flag. Mom and Dad put their little Beaverton house up for sale in July. They accepted and offered $12,000 under asking price just to close it fast. The money went straight to paying off the newest loans Skylar had convinced Finn to take out right before I cut the cord completely. They moved into a 1-bedroom apartment off Powell Boulevard. Mom still leaves the porch light on every single night just in case someone comes home. I blocked every phone number that ever belonged to them, changed my personal cell number, changed my work direct line number, had Jenny screen every unknown call at the office. Even my home mailing address is now a private box under the company name. I never heard from Finn again after that Memorial Day barbecue. Skylar tried once from a temporary number 3 weeks after the foreclosure sale. The voicemail message was 5 minutes of screaming and crying and cursing. I deleted it without listening to the whole thing. Sometimes really late at night, I look up the county property records online and stare at the Forest Glen house. Status: bank owned and waiting. Photos from the real estate listing show the room stripped completely bare. The walls Finn painted light blue last spring already patched and repainted boring beige. Dad sent 1 letter through my lawyer in August. Handwritten on lined paper 4 pages long. He said sorry for not speaking up sooner when he first suspected something. He said Mom cries every single time she drives past the old neighborhood where they used to live. He said Finn sleeps on their couch some nights now and hasn't spoken a word to Skylar in many weeks.
He asked if we could ever sit down as a whole family again someday.
My lawyer mailed back the reply I spoke out loud to her.
No.
That was the very last contact from any of them. People keep asking me if I feel guilty inside, if I miss my baby brother, if blood family really isn't more important than water. The truth is actually simpler than that. Sometimes protecting the people you love means knowing exactly when to cut out the poison, no matter how loud it screams at you, no matter how much it bleeds and cries. I sleep perfectly fine now. Every single night. The end of the story. Thank you so much for watching this complete story, all the way to the finish. If it touched your heart even just a little bit, drop a thumbs up, leave a comment below telling me what you thought, and click that subscribe button so you never miss the next story. See you really soon on Trending Revenge Stories.